on a beautiful spring day. And what better on a spring day, on a beautiful spring day, is to be having a nice review of beer. So here we go. From Totally Brewed, based in the cattle market area of Nottingham. This is Kerridwen. Kerridwen. Yeah. A fruit gose at 4.7%. And look at the artwork on the can. There's something these do. It's stunning artwork on their cans. Totally Brewed, been around since 2014. I actually remember when them and Black Iris were up at Nottingham Castle, and didn't really know much about craft beers at that time. Gotta be honest, I didn't. Um, and yeah, they shared a tent. And my friend Marie, she says, I'm gonna check these guys out, do some lovely beer. And I had beers from both of them. So yeah, so I've known, I've kind of known them since then, kind of. But it was more 2019, 2020 when I started reviewing lots of local beers, and I discovered Adventure Beer that I really got into reviewing more local beers, breweries, and started my, should we say, my transition into that and supporting more locals, which is obviously being a Nottingham person, and as you can see, fully Nottingham, yeah. But anyway, so at the end of autumn, Samhain and Halloween are closely linked with the witchy figure of the goddess Kerridwen, keeper of the cauldron. She stirs the cauldron of rebirth, knowledge and transformation. She reminds us that out of the darkness comes new life and new ideas. I like that. As a witchy goddess who can cross between worlds, Kerridwen also reminds us to honour and remember our dear departed and ancestors. And again, love that. Love that. It was my grandma's birthday last week. Obviously, my grandma died 18 years ago. And yeah, them sentiments really resonate with me. Totallybrewed.com. And yeah, so looking forward to getting some casks of Totally Brewed, little mini casks, for my Wraggys Beer Festival next year. As part of my wedding vows in the evening, I'm going to be having a little Wraggy Beer Festival. I'm setting it up. Looking forward to getting beers from all local breweries. And if local breweries don't do mini kegs, then well, sadly they won't be entered, you know, because it's a slightly cheaper way of doing it. Plus, if I buy cans, someone's bound to go try and pinch me cans, and I'm not having that. Far too old for that game. So there we go, Kerridwen. It's a bit hard to get it on camera properly, but look at that. So it's a gose. So if you don't know what a gose is, it's like a sour beer basically. Hazy in this light, like a hazy golden pour. Good carbonation. I've actually drank this at Totally Brewed's tap room, and served by the lovely Sian. And I met Beast and Hop down there as well, so that was great. You know, it's great to meet people from the beer community. So obviously, fruity aroma. I got apricot last time I actually drank this, and again, apricot does come to the forefront. Totally Brewed do quite a bit of sours and goses, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, then it's well worth doing. I actually need to review, and totally eventually I haven't got it. I think Totally Tapped have got it. So next time I'm down at Beeston, I need, that's if there's any left, obviously. I need to get a can of Saki Twit, and before it goes out of date, or sells. I'm not sure how big the dates are, but I definitely need to do that. So cheers, everyone. Ooh, it's a punchy little sour. Straight away, the apricot bursts through straight away. There are other fruits in there. It's not just apricot. I've got to say, I wasn't a fan of sour beers at one stage, and I started drinking them. And you know, it's this thing of giving yourself a chance to try new beers from different breweries. And you never really know if you're going to appreciate them. And so let me tell you, you try a different beer style. Come away from what you know. Try something. Even if you get a third. That's where craft beer pubs and tap rooms and that sort of thing are good, because you can get a third. So if you think, I mean, you may be able to get samples, but let's be fair, the brewery industry needs its help. So, buying a third, it's not going to cost you too much, and you're still supporting breweries, even if you don't really like it. But give it a chance. Let your palate, don't just drink it and straight away, "Bleh, that's horrible, I'm not touching that." Because you'd be surprised. You've got to give your palate time to warm to any style of beer. I mean, there are obviously beers out there that aren't great, but but not by best craft breweries. They don't make, I'm not on about the Audi beers and the Penbargens beers. Some of them are a bit rough, but there you go. So yeah, hoping next year to. So the plans for the Wraggy Beer Festival are, it's obviously we're having a sit-down meal and wedding vows early, and that's family only, that is. But later in the day, going to invite people that I made friends with from the brewery industry, the beer review industry, and obviously friends and more friends and family. And I'm going to set up um, on a trailer, or even if I just build it, set up like an outdoor bar that I'm going to build to look like the beer wall. So I'm going to get pump clips from each brewery. I've got a load on myself, but if I can get more, all the better. Pump clips and do like a mini beer fest. So you've got a keg of each, and I'm hoping to get a good 20 kegs and support as many breweries as I can. And and if people there, other beer reviewers are there that want to do beer reviews, fantastic for them, because they can walk off away from the event and go and do a beer review. So it's great. It's not only is it great for me to hopefully, because I'll be inviting those who I'm friends with or friendly with, and it'd be a nice meet up, and in some ways, a casual meet up of both so many breweries, especially the ones that I actually know and talk to and are friendly with. And I'm friendly with quite a few, obviously. And but also the community as well, and like an informal night out. Put your head down, and don't be worried about the circumstances and that sort of thing. And it's going to be at the beautiful Country House Hotel, and the gardens are going to look amazing because, funnily enough, I'm the gardener, and that's not being big-headed. They are going to look amazing. Stake my stake my reputation on it, and that's my hope. Open aspirations, anyway. I dare say it's going to go and do, and I know that I'm open to chat to some breweries that don't do bag in a box or keg, and see if mini cask, and see if they'll actually do one specially for me, if it's possible, or even give the beer to somebody who does, so that I can get, I'd like to support each and every brewery around Nottingham. So there's a good 20 breweries, if not more. So it's going to cost me a fortune. I've already got navigation on board. Snenton Cider Company, they're going to sort me out. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and yeah. So loving this. I get a biscuity element as well. I'm not sure if that's supposed to get that, but so I just had a cracking day at work. Come home, doing more gardening. Can't sit down. It's the wraggy way. I'm just not a person who sits down. But yeah, absolutely top class. Gose from the good people at Totally Brewed. I did meet them last year for the first time, and just because I do beer reviews does not mean I'm a bit reserved, a bit quiet, not until I've had a drink. Like most people, when you have a drink you get a bit louder. I don't really get horribly loud, but I certainly get a little bit louder and a bit more come at me shout, basically. And yeah, I met Mr. Totally Brewed last year, Mr. Rob, and lovely chap. And so if you go to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival this year, or even the Robin Hood Beer Festival, go and chat to them if they're on their bars. I know he did say that they were on their page. It did say they want to get back at the Robin Hood Beer Festival, which I really want that to happen. It's great for me because I can do sneaky beer reviews. And I'll try it in Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. Craft Beer Festival is going to be rammed, you can tell. Yeah, COVID spreader, super spreader. But it's going to be an amazing beer festival this year. If you can get down to Nottingham for Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, please, if you're watching this, get yourselves down. I'm going down on the Friday night. Come and say hello, you know, as long as I'm not drunk out my face. You'll get a decent hello back, and I'll be with other members of the beer review community. And you know, we'll be drinking beer. We'll, you know, may even do a beer review with other people from the beer community. Then I won't feel so daft anyway. I mean, last year when I've had a drink, I don't really feel that. I don't really care. But before I've had a drink, I'm scared stiff. But this year, I'm looking to support Nottingham Craft Beer Festival as much as I can. And you know, as a Nottingham person, anything that's good for Nottingham is fantastic for me. So, would I drink this again? Well, being as it's the second time I've had it, yes, definitely. It's on sale now at Totally Brewed and at Adventure Beer if you live local as well. And other places, I'm damn sure. Out of 5 for me, 4.4 out of 5. Jolly decent it is too. And that's it for this review, and a bit of a chat as well, as all my reviews are. Not just about the bits, a bit of a chat, a bit of life, a bit of history of Totally Brewed. If I know anything about the breweries, I'll try and say it. If I've met the brewers, I'll try and say, because, you know, it's all about supporting, and yeah. And I'm hoping to get back over to Beeston soon. We've got so much trying to do. I'm trying to save up for a wedding, aren't they? Not cheap. Oh my gosh. And I mean, to be fair, next year, if I save the pennies up, and we know that we've paid for the wedding and everything, then there may well be 30 beers. God, could you imagine? Although, when it comes to the end of the night, no one's walking off with a keg. They'll come into Wraggy, and hopefully they'll last a few days, and I can sup on the own, you know. But in any case, thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, please like, please comment. You know, feedback's interesting. Some people don't like these style of beer reviews. Some people do. But trust me, it's all about the beer. And a bit of Wraggy as well. Cheers all.